Well, hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Callin' here. Saturday afternoon, kind of a nice, kind of a bit of a cloudy day outside. But Merry Christmas to y'all. We're getting close to Christmas. As you can see, there's a Christmas tree behind me here. Look at that, hey? It's, I guess, 1 week till Christmas. I was just thinking this morning, I think Christmas Day is Saturday, and today's Saturday, so I think it's a week from today. So, you know what? Christmas is a great time to celebrate, of course, and I thought, why not celebrate with a couple of Canadian whiskeys? Tell you guys my thoughts on these puppies. So one that, the first one I kind of want to feature here actually is Shelter Point. Give you guys a look at that one. So, I tried Shelter Point for the first time about a month ago, and I tried a different variety than this. I tried the Smoke and Oak, and I'll tell you something. I was on vacation and I tried that and I finished the bottle pretty quick. It was one of the better ones I've tried all year, I gotta say. I really liked it. It had a nice balance and kind of a smoky, obviously Smoke and Oak. You had, lived up to that. It was just such a nice, balanced, enjoyable dram that really enjoyed it from beginning to end. This one, a good friend of mine, actually Aaron, who was on the one of the Victoria videos the other month. That was the same vacation that I was on. He kindly brought this over to me, and so it happens to be a Shelter Point as well. Different variety here. This is the artisanal single malt whiskey. It says sunsets and sea air, unofficial ingredients in every bottle. It says no chill filtration and no added color. It's 46% alcohol, and I'll read what it says in the bottle here for you guys. It says, you don't have to make whiskey in paradise, but it helps. Shelter Point malt whiskey is distilled in small batches right here on our family farm in Oyster River, Vancouver Island. What makes our spirit so bold and distinctive? Well, for one, we only use a single grain, barley, grown here. The other unique ingredient is pure spring water that comes from a mountain-fed aquifer located directly beneath our property. So I'm going to give this a shot and let you guys know what I think here. I hope you got a dram yourselves. Enjoying it. It's cool kind of bottle. I've never seen one of these before. It's sort of like a, sort of a glass top from what I can tell here. And actually, it's still got some of the packaging on the outside, I see. But anyways, this is a kind of a cool top there. Give this a pour. So yeah, as it said here, no added color, so it's no chill filtration, so it's totally got that very natural color look to it at the very least here. And let you guys still have a look at that. But yeah, nice kind of golden color, as you can see. Nice backdrop with the daylight here. Gives you kind of that look. Yeah, so again, 46%. So I'm gonna have a sip of this and let you guys know what I think. So yeah, right away on the nose, it's fairly, to me it almost reminds me of maybe a younger whiskey. I haven't really any research, I don't know how old this is, but the smell has that kind of a younger smell to it, not in a bad way, but also kind of, I'd say layered a little bit of honey in the smell maybe. Almost, you kind of get those honey sesame seed bars. It kind of has that smell to it. Yeah, rich. Yeah, kind of a honeycomb. I'm kind of getting that right now. Yep. Honey and kind of, honey and young wheat is what it smells like to me. I use barley. Yeah, maybe a honey, like I say, sort of repeating myself here, folks, but kind of a honey sesame bun almost. Anyways, have a sip. You know, it's not quite as sweet. When you taste it, it's calm. It's a calm dram. It's got a little heat on the back half of the sip. So the second part of the sip, there's a little heat that kind of kicks in, a little bit of spice. Yeah, but it's got a little touch of richness to it too. It's calm and rich. A little bit of richness, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of honey, and a little bit of spice. But it's also kind of just it's laid back and relaxed. It's not anything that's going to absolutely freak anybody out. Let's say somebody's have a guest over you and you give them something for the first time. This might be a really good starting point. It's got a nice, straightforward, not going to absolutely, it's not overly extreme. Yeah, kind of, again, kind of an interesting balance. I mean, the Shelter Point Smoke and Oak that I tried, because it had the Smoke and Oak in there too, it was aptly named, I found, but also kind of had just a nice balance, had a little bit of everything in the sip. This one has that minus the smoke and the oak, I guess. I don't get a real oakiness to this one per se. But a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sweet and wheat. They may have called it that. But yeah, it's nice. It's balanced. It's got just enough heat that you kind of enjoy it. But at the same time, for 46% and just whiskey in general, a little bit on the mild side, you might say. So nice and balanced. So that's really nice. So, but anyways, I thought I'd compare this to a Pendleton. So another Canadian whiskey. This one, I can't remember if I've really done this one on the channel yet. Apologize, I can't remember. But this is sort of just a compare to that one. Sort of. This is a blended Canadian whiskey. It's cut with the finest glacier-fed spring water. So hey, kind of has that in common with this one, with the glacier. This one's 40%, and it just basically says in the bottom here: true Western tradition, made for the rodeo, using time-honored methods of oak barrel aging for a rich, complex flavor of an uncommonly smooth finish. So I've enjoyed this one in the past, but I was kind of curious, the kind of Canadian whiskey versus Canadian whiskey, kind of give it that compare here, and we'll see where we're at. I'm going to just kind of cleanse the palate in the middle. Yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying a dram yourself. Just kicking back, sitting on the couch, and letting the Saturday, be a nice relaxing day. Let's see what this one smells like. This one right away, boy, in comparison, almost a richer, deeper wheat smell. Richer and deeper wheat. And a little bit of with this one, sometimes you get almost a bit of a artificial sweetener to it, in a good way. It's sort of you almost I almost see a little bit of licorice almost, but kind of a sweet, leathery licorice almost. Cheers. This one, again, on the taste, it's not that far off from what I was smelling. A little bit of artificial sweetener, which I like. It's got that in there, but yeah, a bit of a leathery, licoricey, a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat. But I would say, it might be a touch. I did say this one had some richness to it, but halfway through the sip, the Shelter Point kind of thins out a little bit, you might say, in your mouth. This one feels maybe a little bit richer than that, a little bit deeper. The flavors are just a little bit this makes sense. I mean, the colors are kind of similar here. But if I were to say this one tastes a little bit darker flavors, just maybe a slightly darker oakiness, slightly darker leather, that kind of thing. And so it comes across, and maybe a slight bit more texture to it. Let's try it again. Yeah, that wet leather on the smell. Oh boy, really enjoying this one. You know, I've always had like Pendleton. You know, and I've had it. This is probably my second or third bottle of it over the last year or so because I really do like it. And I gotta say, in this tasting here, really enjoying this Pendleton. The Shelter Point Smoking Oak was one of my favorite bottles of the year, like I was saying. This variety is maybe just a little bit, just a slight blander maybe than this right now. This has really got a little more pop to it. That Smoking Oak was one of the nicest bottles I've had all year, like I said. So, you know, I'm gonna take a sip of water and then go back to this. Oh, you know what? Wow. Well, you know what? I take a sip and I sip this now. Much sweeter. That honey. Yeah, that honey comes right out, almost like a honeycomb cereal. You know, like a sugar-coated, honey-coated Cheerios, or this, yeah, real oatmeal, like kind of a coated honey oatmeal. Oh, you know, it's actually a delicious, delicious smell when you come back to it. Wow, it's a really interesting contrast, I gotta say. You can really, really smell the difference here. Kind of tip it again. You know, this one is definitely sweeter, and this one has a little bit more heat to it than this one, actually. A little more pop. The spice and heat kind of hits you. You know, it's 6% more alcohol, so maybe that's a factor here too. But this one is sweeter and hotter. This one is deeper and richer. I mean that might be a good way to contrast these two. You know, when I'm coming back to this, really nice. This smell is amazing. Nice, rich, deep smell. Very, very nice. Oh yeah, and this is again a much deeper kind of leathery, oaky smell to it. You know, this is an interesting little back and forth actually. If you guys happen to have these in your collection, you know, both bottles are more than worth picking up. You know, try this back and forth. It's a really nice little experience here. And yeah, and I think Shelter Point has a number of different types. Sorry, I didn't really don't know exactly how many, but I know at least two. And I'm really curious to try everything Shelter Point puts out. I would like to try every different type because this is really, really, really nice in general. But anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed the reviews here or the tasting, and hope you're having some tastings yourself today or with friends or whatever. So you know, hey, if you have any thoughts about either of these, leave a comment in the comments below, and we'll talk again soon. And have a great day, everybody.